Hello everyone, this is Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is your weekly Angel Oracle card reading for the week beginning June 12th, 2017. I have a few things that I want to talk about here. First off, if you want to get a personal reading, we are halfway through the year. If you want to kind of touch base, by all means, you can go to my website at angelsouls444.com, the services page. These readings are very different from what you might experience or what you may have experienced in the past. We go really, really deep. And if you're open to it, you might even be able to have an angel encounter, you know, if you're really open when you're listening to your personal reading. Just as a reminder, these are all just general readings that we're doing here. And yeah, you know, things will resonate and other things may not resonate with you because we're talking to somebody else. But again, if you want to know specifically for you, the only way what your message is for the rest of the year, or however you want to approach that, it's to get a personal reading. Okay, I just want to clarify that because get a lot of people watching these general readings and unfortunately, you know, taking them the wrong way sometimes, or assuming things apply to them when they don't, you know, so on and so forth. Now, another way to support me, if you have any desire to do so, and I always have gratitude for this, is to become a Patreon, and that is on the Patreon page. I have a little thing over there. I'll leave that information down below. The other announcement I have is I finally got the Gabriel video done. Oh yes, it's done. And it's over at Gumroad, and I also put up a fun little bonus reading for July 2017. That one download, it's $1.99. It's for everybody. It's sort of a pick your own adventure reading. And what's cool about that is that, you know, if you download it once and you listen to it, don't forget to go back and listen to it whenever you feel the need to. Like if you want to do it once a week, every other day, that might be a bit much every other day. But every time you tune back in, another color is going to draw you in, and that's going to be a message for you at that time too. So all that's over at Gumroad. I think that's it. I'm going to do a reload video on the differences between various esoteric arts and how angelic mediumship is different from just reading angel cards. And we'll get into all of that and how to receive a reading as well and to get the most out of that experience. So that'll be coming up, I don't know, whenever the heck I can get around to filming that. So yeah. All right. So for this week, we're going to be using the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. And of course, pulling a crystal card from the Rochelle Charmin deck, the Healing Crystal Oracle cards. So let's get into it. I also want to mention really quickly before I pull the card, I'll pull them. I do have that second channel if any of you have any interest. It's like, I don't know, funny. Even if you don't like makeup, you can just go over there and watch me do stupid things. Perception is the first card. The Lovers is coming up. Very nice. Wait, where are we going here? Hold on, it's getting a little sloppy. Not there. Okay, I'm going to shuffle again because it's starting to... Okay, the Lovers, intimacy. What are we talking about here? Is this going to be a steamy week? Get the kids away from the TV. Uh-oh. An acceptance, but it's got a naked lady on the card. Like for real, you may want to get the kids away from the computer or the TV. I don't know what's happening. All right. So the first card we have is Perception. Please forgive any glare on the cards. I will be using my lamps. Sorry about that, guys. I was recording the July 2017 readings and I ran out of batteries, so sorry. Can't remember if I've said this already, but please forgive the lamps and the glare. I haven't found a good way around that just yet. But anyway, the first card we have here is Perception. So something is shifting, moving, and shaking within you this week, and it is awesome. It is amazing. And why is that? Because maybe for one, you figure out I don't have to be alone, or I don't have to do things alone. Okay? If I'm starting a business, let's say, I'm suddenly realizing like, hey, most people who are successful don't do it on their own. They have people here who, or people with them that advise them or handle things that way you don't have to, right? So that your energy is freed up to do what, you know, bring your talents forward, so on and so forth. Or if it's in a romantic sense, you know, maybe you're coming to some sort of perception about yourself. And for some of you, it's like, I am beautiful. I am worthy. It's okay for me to be imperfect with somebody. You know, they're going to be imperfect too, and that's all right. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a shift. So really look for something deeply personal and profound this week. This isn't something you have to go hunting out, but when it starts to occur, try to pay attention to it. Try to, you know, at least give it the attention that it needs, right? So if something, what? Hold on. This might not even be any sort of outward event that sparks this. This is just something that kind of switches on within you. Okay. And that in and of itself might come as a bit of a shocker. Where you're like, wait, what? All right. The second card we have is the Lovers. And yes, it can mean, like we said, love coming in, partners coming to you. It could be a business partner too. Okay. Or getting paired up with the right healthcare practitioner who really does want to listen to you and really does care about what you're going through and isn't just gonna, you know, blow you off or whatever. But the Lovers card is about connection and really having someone come across your path that you can have that with. It could be a new friend, or if you're with someone. I don't feel like this message is necessarily pertaining to somebody about love if you're already with somebody. For singles, this could be someone coming into your existence. If you're already with somebody, then it's more like a friend. It's someone who's coming to be a support, okay? Now, you want to throw soulmate around? Okay, but I'm not going to support you in that. No. We can talk about it another time. But we're going off the rails with the soulmate talk. And it's, in some cases, getting people in trouble. You know, where they're hanging on to old relationships and stuff. That, okay, maybe, fine, maybe you're a soulmate, but you guys learned your lessons, time to move on, right? So, again, that's a whole other big discussion. But bottom line is you're going to find out that you're well-loved. People are coming in, whatever kind of, it's a general reading, so whatever kind of dynamic that is, it's a beautiful thing, and that's all we need to know about that, okay? Now, the next card is intimacy. Now, if we're looking at, okay, a scenario perhaps that you're single, and maybe you've been single for a very long time, and then you meet somebody, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I could be this into somebody. Now, you might find yourself, intimacy can mean physical intimacy, or excuse me, maybe you've already met this lover and you're starting to deepen that connection. I know I just said it's not for people who have been coupled for a very, very long time. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to exclude you. It's just that Lovers card had a different meaning for those kinds of people, okay? But the intimacy card, this can apply across the board. I hope I'm making that clear enough. Now, so you guys might have a perception change, and so this is deepening a connection with somebody, or a lot of you are finally feeling safe enough to open up in that way with another person. Now, intimacy can, maybe it's not physical. Maybe it's, finally opening up your heart and saying, okay, this is how I really feel, or just admitting that to yourself. Okay, something is surfacing, something is being revealed, and again, it might just be just you, going, oh wow, I do have a vulnerability around that, or oh my gosh, I should admit this truth to myself, whatever it is. But there's a blossoming, there's an opening up here, guys. There is a lot of blessings coming in, I think, this week, and a lot of growth, self-healing, self-growth, having that partner come in and reflect back to you, or having that friendship, a new friendship that's healthy, and maybe you feel really comfortable talking to this person. Again, there's so many circumstances that we could go through. I know people who watch YouTube videos, the channels that do the best are the ones that are super predictive, and they go on for a half hour talking to like individual people, and it's like the lottery, and you sit every week waiting to see if they're talking about you. I get it. But, in this case, I don't want to play that game. We're just here to give a general reading. Again, if you want something more personal readings is where we would get in depth with your energy. So the final card we have before we get on to the crystal card is acceptance. So, and again, she's nude. So nothing to hide. No more. No more hiding. Okay, whatever we're dealing with, it's out on the table now, and we're accepting it, and we're saying that's okay. It's okay for us to disagree. It's okay for us to tell each other how we feel. It's okay for me to want a friend that understands what I've been through. I accept myself for who I am. Okay? So look at this lineup here. It's like perception, the lovers, being your own best friend, maybe for some of you, intimacy sparking, acceptance. I accept my body. I accept my body. You know, we women, we get, what's the word? Body dysmorphia. The phrase, actually. That happens. Why? Because it's so socially acceptable for people to put down women. Men go through it too, of course. But there's an empowerment coming out of this week where it's like, no, my body's good. This is great. Actually, I just was down at the pool this morning. And for those of you, well, I always record from here on up, but I got a chunky body going on here, and I don't care. The older I'm getting, I'm like, whatever. I'm going to put on this cute bathing suit. I'm going to walk around, and it's going to be good. But I saw this younger woman over there, and she was probably, you know, she would be considered a very, very curvy girl. She was rocking a bikini, and I was like, you go, girl. I love you for it. I love you for it. Your body is beautiful. You get out there and you do your thing. So that is part of, too, I think, another layer of message with the acceptance card. It's like, I accept me for who I am, whether it's my body, my own opinions, how I approach life. I might be really quirky. Who cares? That's awesome. I can be who I want to be. And that is the perception click. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, now you're attracting in different kind of people. Now you're not attracting in people who expect you to change and morph into what they want you to be. You know, you're getting rid of the toxicity. You're being yourself, and now you have these nice connections going on. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So let's get on to the crystal card. Do. All right. What shall we have? What shall we have? What shall we have? Oh. There it is. Libyan gold tektite manifestation. So here's the other incredible thing that is happening this week. Maybe beginning this week. For some of you, it's kind of still flowing, whatever. You're clear on what the heck you want. You're clear on who you are. And boom, here it comes. Here comes all the stuff that you have wanted, or something better. And it's because it's a happier time. It's a happier time. So it's like, okay, I've been really, you discover this week how much you've been swimming upstream. Okay, if that makes sense. Where, you know, you've been pushing on something that maybe that isn't right for you. And now all this self-discovery, all this stuff starts to kind of click together. Now you're in alignment. Now you're manifesting things that maybe you never thought you wanted. And yet here they are, and it's phenomenal. Real opportunity for connection here. Now, if you're one of those people that this stuff doesn't happen for you this week, it's okay. It's all right. You're planting seeds, perhaps. Again, it's going to vary for everybody. But embrace this beautiful energy, whatever it means for you. All right, guys? And know that you deserve it. So, there it is. I am sending you so much love, and have an absolutely beautiful week. Take care.